I recently watched the Dread Zeppelin documentary, A Song of Hope. Dread Zeppelin, in case you don't know them, is a band that reimagines Led Zeppelin songs as reggae music. And not only that, they have an Elvis impersonator as the lead singer. It's a mashup no one saw coming. It's amazing stuff. Now, as you might guess, they don't fit into any category musically, and that's the genius of their work. They were actually great musicians, which is what made this thing tick. Like, they're hilarious, but they weren't making fun of Led Zeppelin, reggae, or Elvis. There was an earnestness in their absurdity, like a performance that should be silly, but somehow genuinely rock too. Dread Zeppelin wasn't a cover band. They weren't a tribute act. We know what those words mean. They also weren't a parody or satire either. They had familiar components, but made them entirely their own. And this might seem like a giant leap to make a connection between Dread Zeppelin and my work in education, but I actually see my work in schools being similar to Dread Zeppelin in this respect. See, I have this idea of the three types of school, which looks and sounds a bit like things we already have in education: school development, leadership models, school organization approaches, but it's its own thing. It doesn't fit easily into categories when I start talking about it or how it might fit with conventional approaches. It's got its own vocabulary that exists just outside the conventional world of school. And this causes like a bit of a communication breakdown. See, this work, it's about clarity. It's about alignment. It's about finding what makes schools click. It's about creating harmony between leadership, teaching, the culture, the organization, and the practices of a school. Pointing out problems we feel, but don't yet have words to properly address. One of the big ideas is that schools serve students in one of three distinct ways. Now, this sounds philosophical, but it's actually the most practical thing we should be addressing in terms of what we're doing in schools. So I say that schools can either serve students as their expert, coach, or counselor. Expert schools thrive on autonomy and hierarchy. Coach schools emphasize collaboration and a unified school-wide approach to teaching. Counselor schools focus on negotiation and co-creating self-directed learning. Now, each type works brilliantly in the right context. Do a type well and it's a stairway to heaven. But when we try to mix them, nobody's happy and we're left trampled underfoot. Yet, this is what is and what should never be. So I want to introduce this vocabulary, this three types of school idea. It's something new, it seems vaguely familiar, and puts words to something we know, but allows us to have a new kind of conversation. School is not one size fits all. It's something much more dynamic. And just like Dread Zeppelin showed us a new way to hear old classics, I think we can revisit what we're already doing in schools, but from a fresh perspective. Less dazed and confused by things we don't have words for, and more of a celebration day by acknowledging what we can do right and doing it well. Subscribe if you want to help make school make more sense. Comment below if you dig Dread Zeppelin, saw the documentary, or if you know you lean more towards a specific type, be it expert, coach, or counselor, and tell me why. This channel is still at the ma and pa level, so I'm happy to actually reply personally to the comments below. Share these ideas or the video with people who care in education and wish to contribute meaningfully. Have a great day.